Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Coven Radio. How are you, Miguel? What's going on?
Good, good. I'm actually, before you told me that you were coming on, I was like falling asleep almost.
Oh, don't. I was watching TV and I was like, I had to sort of like perch on the edge of the sofa because I was like, don't doze off. And the dog snuggled into me. Jason, so the three of us were like
Yeah.
kind of snuggled up on the sofa. I was like, oh no.
Well, I keep waking up like super early lately. Like I'm talking about like 3:30 in the morning now, like 3:30. It's like my normal now for some reason. My internal clock just wakes me up like 3:30 in the morning. Already
Oh,
up,
that sucks.
just tossing and turning.
When I came to New York, I really struggled with. I could stay up late on New York
Mm.
time. I could stay up to like midnight, 1 a.m., but then I would wake up at like 5 because I was on UK time still. So I was like, the whole time I was there, I never got more than sort of 4 or 5 hours sleep. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, how's your jet lag when you got home? I thought, oh, it wasn't when I got home. It was like when I was there. Yeah. So
And I
yeah.
start, today I've been like yesterday actually I started drawing something I haven't finished. Maybe I'll finish it today. Probably what I'll do.
Ooh. What
Probably
you
post it later.
can you say? Can you say?
No, not yet. When I'm done.
Oh, oh, what's up, DJP?
JP
Yeah,
in the building.
yeah, I don't know. I felt like I had to say it like that. It felt right.
DJP's here, Universal's here, everybody's here. There's 56 people here. I know
Oh,
Mo's got to be here somewhere. Pretty sure because he posted it on Discord, so he's got to be in here somewhere.
he will be for sure. He's always here.
Yeah.
He's like the enigma.
That's
But
funny.
yeah. So, have you got any little Rebel Ant update news or anything that you can fill anyone in
The
on?
toys are in the US, but stuck at the port.
Oh,
Thanks to the tariffs or whatever the hell's happening. I don't know. I'm trying to get them. I'm trying to get it out of the port so I can bring them home. But yeah, so hopefully I get them soon. We're almost done with the testing of moving into Ape Chain. So what's happening is I thought we were gonna go live like this week or last week,
right.
but I was having an issue. Like the portal is ready. The problem is that there's something that I want to do with like the page from OpenSea and stuff like that, and it's giving me an error message. It doesn't let me do it. So I want to fix that first before we start migrating. But if you go into like not Ape Chain, if you go into like OpenSea or you go into like Magic Eden, which I'm not a big fan anymore for some reason, but if you go into one of those two, you could actually search us and you'll find that there's like four of them that we migrated into Ape Chain. They're actually there
Ah,
already.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's very close.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, the portal works, the migration works, everything works. It's just there's an issue with the wallet that created the contract. So we're just trying to fix that now.
Awesome.
Once that fix, which should be an easy fix, hopefully, we can start migrating.
Oh, that'll be exciting. I can't wait to migrate my little ants.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being in Ape Chain. I mean, that's going to be fun.
So when you've migrated, will you start at the rebel, like the battles again?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Once we migrate, because we're still working behind the scenes on obviously season two, um, which is going to be more interactive. It's going to be more fun as you watch the live with us. So it's going to be crazy. Um, so as soon as we migrate, it's going to be easier for us to just reward people with Ape and do things with Ape and that we weren't able to do before. So it should be much easier, much cheaper, much faster.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a fun thing, and people are going to have fun. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward for people just owning ants and battling it out.
Yeah, sounds exciting. I can't wait. I can't wait to be
Very
part of that.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm trying to think if we've got, oh, I suppose that let me share the little bit of news that I've got. I did a little collab. Um, let me share my screen. With well, it's with Kasoya. So he had like a collection and it's called Cthulhu, um, a cult of the burger, which is like a really random name. So let me find this. Here we go. Let me transition. So here we go. Oh, actually, just whilst we're at it, we've got the Mystic Moon. This month's Mystic Moon is the Rika Ghost Moon. So if you mint 2 Lunar Witches, you get this lovely girl as your bonus airdrop.
Yeah, I love her.
She's cute.
She's so
So yeah,
cool.
and it's a little bit different. I've done a bit different with the textures and the background and the ghostly figures. It just feels like a slightly different vibe to normal. I think probably because I was working on this collab. So
Yeah.
into my
Oh, you're
history.
right. You know, now that I look at it and reminding myself of the collab that you did, it actually,
Yeah, I think it's funny, isn't it? Because I was
yeah,
only
there's
just
like some similarities there.
so yeah. So this is the collab I've been working on.
Yeah,
So we've
that
got
is so cool.
yeah. So this is like I say. So the brief was we were given essentially a. Let me go to the main collection. So essentially, this is the character that I was sent. You have to keep the nose the same, sort of you have to have tentacles and include some sort of like burger fast food kind of vibe. So I was like, oh, how do I do a cute and creepy gang version of that? So I thought, I know, I need to have a skull somehow. So I did the guy first, so the
Yeah,
male
that's cool.
figure. I put a
I do
skull
like that a lot.
over his head. He's got a skull burger. And I just thought everyone always expects me to do these kind of color, like a certain type of color palette, I guess. So I thought I'm going to go monochrome. I'm going to go a little bit steampunk. And yeah, so this is what I've been working on. So it's on Avax, which was a
Mhm.
chain I actually didn't know anything about until I did this.
Yeah, I know a little bit about AVAC.
Yeah, it's been around a long time apparently. Apparently there's quite a lot of stuff goes on.
Yeah.
It's not one I hear talked about in spaces and stuff. But yeah, so it's like a bid. So you basically place a bid. So I guess the highest bid wins. But there's a pair every week. I think like there's the
Yeah, that's
auction's
really
gone
cool.
six days. So these are some Acid did one of these as well. Let me see if I can find. I think this is an Acid one, is it?
Ah, that's so cool.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an Acid one, and I think this one as well. So yeah, he's got loads of
That is
artists
cool.
involved. Yeah,
So
it's
I told you that when I looked at your poster, because you were messaging me as you were creating it. I
yeah.
swear it looked like a Tim Burton poster from like a Tim Burton movie.
I
It
kind of,
does.
I definitely
Look at
has
that.
this
Just
vibe.
I swear it looks just like a Tim Burton movie that's coming out for something. It
Oh,
looks
I
great.
was like,
Love it.
well, it's funny because as soon as Jace walked in, he was like, "Oh my god, I need that like sprayed on my motorbike tank or my helmet or something. That's really cool." And I was like, it's
That
so
looks
much fun. So I enjoyed doing that. So there we go. That's my little cute and creepy gang update. And I've been doing loads of work on the trading cards. I've been designing
yeah.
each Kevin set as well. So when they're finished, I'll probably.
Well, Mouse here in the building.
Oh hey Mo, yeah,
There
damn.
he is. I know
I
he was
think
not gonna miss this.
probably said Acid's name enough times now to get him on, I reckon. So she's Japanese fight. The auto one with the lantern. Yeah, I very much love the whole like Kokeshi doll vibe. It's I think they're my favourite. The Timber. Oh, on screen now? Yeah. Oh, I'm glad people like it anyway. So anyway, that is live. You can place a bid on that. But yeah, I'm going to get Acid on. So we've had the wonderful Acid on before, and here he is
There
again.
he is. He's back. What's going on, man?
I'm
How are you?
you good? Oh, hang on,
Oh,
you're muted.
can't hear you. No audio.
So funny
There
because
he
I
is.
was just going to ask you guys how I sounded.
Quiet.
When we
Now
did
you sound great.
the test, Vicky, I had my HD camera going, and then like no sooner did we close the test, and the whole thing just stopped working. So I'm just on my laptop. So as long as I sound okay,
Yeah, you sound
Yeah, no, you
fine.
sound good.
and I positioned it on a very Stanley Kubrick 1 point perspective
Yeah,
thing,
you have. It
right?
has
No,
been
yeah,
So
that
this
looks
is.
good.
I would like to call myself tonight dramatic acid.
fine. Dramatic acid.
Dramatic acid.
Fine, we're
I
changing your
love
name.
the backlights on the art behind. That looks so
Yeah, that
sick.
looks cool.
Yeah, so the stuff there is stuff from my last IRL show, and I just traded one of them with an artist who's in the space called Creation of Wonders for
Oh,
he does like a blowtorch on plywood art,
Mhm.
and he made me like a Slayer one, which is fucking cool. Oh, Are we what
You can
what's
curse, it's fine.
okay?
You're
Um,
fine.
We're on
You
X.
anyway.
and then the
We're
stuff
all grown ups here.
behind the year. That's I'm starting to do some new work. I'll be working on this fall and winter, and it's going to be rooted in a lot less planning. Last time there was a lot of planning, so it,
Mhm.
after a while felt like a job. So now I'm kind of dipping my toe in a little bit of geometric abstraction to start things off, and then we'll see where it goes. Yeah.
DJP says, is there any other kind of acid other than hashtag dramatic acid?
Well, there's sexy acid. There's relaxo
Don't get
acid.
him started, DJP. Don't get him
There's
started.
angry dad acid.
Oh no, I don't want to meet
There's
angry.
puppy loving acid. There's every kind of acid you
Oh,
can
life
imagine.
life coach acid. We mustn't forget life
Life
coach.
coach, yes. So like and subscribe. Yeah, let's go. Let's
Brilliant.
go.
Oh my god! So you've got loads of stuff. You've been like chilling for the summer, and you've got
Busy.
some really cool stuff. You've
I've
got
been the thing is when I disappear, like I don't Miguel doesn't know, but you do is I leave the city because my job I don't work in the summer, so I leave the city and we have a cottage on an island.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Few
told me about this. You did.
So I just go live there in the woods, and I don't truly unplug because I'm as hooked on it as you guys.
yeah,
But you know, I stop. I really limit my time. I don't do much digital work, but what I do is like the brain just keeps going, right? So
Mhm.
it's almost like I don't know, almost like a nurturing period for creativity for me. I unplug and I think and I make notes and I do little sketches, and then I kind of come back sort of fully loaded and raring to go. And
Mm.
this is what happened.
That's what I need
no,
to
it's
do.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
Yeah. I do this quite often on holiday when I'm just sort of lying on the beach. I remember when I first did my t-shirts and stuff, the very first, I like, or Jason had to lend me the money to be able to afford to screen print them and stuff. And so we would
Oh
pool
wow.
money and like kind of, and I didn't have a name for like, I didn't want to call them Vicky Licious because I thought it might put off male buyers. So, and it was on the beach in Turkey that I came to worn to death apparel. That's where I came up for that. So it's kind of sometimes freeing yourself, like kind of just doing nothing. You can come up with some cool stuff. I was like, damn it, that's genius. I don't think I'd have like thought about it at home.
No, you got to get out of your studio. You got to get away from your screens, and you got to really relax and let the good stuff percolate in
I
there
haven't
instead
been
of
able to do
the
that.
brain, right?
I wish I
Yeah,
could.
yeah, it's a must for sure.
Yeah.
I need a break. I haven't had one this year, so yeah, it's good.
Well,
That's
you went to New York, but that was hardly a break. That was just
That was a marathon.
travel, right? Yeah.
going to New York is like you have to get ready. You have to like work out for like 3 months first.
I feel like the last 3
Yeah.
years of walking the dog 15 kilometers a
Like
day
doing
was
something
just,
Yeah, whenever I'm in Manhattan, I lose a bunch of pounds just from hiking constantly. And that's great. That's why New Yorkers look so good, I think, man. They're just constantly on the move.
yeah, you don't stop. I never wore anything other than trainers. It was just,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Proper footwear is a must, right?
yeah,
The first time I went, I wore a pair of Chuck Taylors, and you know the little. Oh, I felt like my feet were just gonna melt. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
you need proper cushioning.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to get up your first. So what do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about the layer of acid?
Okay, so I've been like really avoiding work today by just spending hours in both of these things that are on the go. So, how much time do we have? When are we
We've got,
wrapping?
it's
Yeah,
like,
we got time. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Okay. So the first thing I would want to talk about, because it's fresh in my mind, is there's two things I want to talk about, and you guys can decide what comes when goes. Like, there's the layer of acid, and the layer of acid is on object. It's a Tezos one, and
Mhm.
it's a full on digital art project. There it is. So the thing, and this is the byproduct of me being on the island all summer. I'm the island of Dr. Moreau, or like Doctor Evil on Austin Powers. Like they all have these great island layers, like preferably with a skull carved into a volcano. So I decided that I was going to be the evil Doctor Acid, and I was going to have this lair. And in
love it.
this lair, it was an entire island lair. So there's the inside and the outside. Like Dr. Moreau created all these weird creatures that ran wild. But in addition to those things, I've got like a dead crashed astronaut, and I kind of did whatever I wanted and strung it together loosely around the theme that it's this weird acid island, and there's all these creatures that were created on it. And in order to keep track of things, I have these control pyramids placed throughout. So there's all these wild psychedelic pyramids with eyes swirling around them, looking after shit. And yeah, that's just kind of where that went. But then, I just am never entirely satisfied with the you buy the JPEG and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't. I mean, that I do that all the time with artists I like, but I kind of want to come up. I still think Web3 is the medium, so I want to use that what it offers. So if you purchase a one of one from the layer of acid, you're going to get 2 airdrops. Your first one is going to be a doppelganger, where I take what you purchased, and I haven't done them yet. Sometimes I think about, if I know the person, what I'm going to do a little, and I recreate sort of an alternate reality version of it. And just today I said, oh, okay, acid has a super collider on the island, and if you get too close, this weird shit happens. So you get kind of what I call a doppelganger version. And then in addition to that, you're going to get, because I love the idea of like an island with a skull and sharks and lasers and all, you're going to get a hunk of one-on-one security footage too. And
Whoa.
yeah, so there's another, if you're on Object, you can click on me, and under collections, you can see there's the sacred chamber. So the sacred chamber is where all the airdrops are so far that I've created and transferred to people who have purchased. So everybody's got a doppelganger, and yeah, this one's for Evil Azab, Vicky.
Oh, I get.
I know that guy. I know what his work is like. I really thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's his reinterpretation.
That's
the
cool.
thought that gone into that, because I've got this lovely little, because I minted something and I got this lovely little
yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
What he did for me, because he knows I love a little bit of glitter and this is so special, he used chalk glitter, but they were his kids' glitter from when they were little.
Yeah.
I love that, because he knows I like handcrafting stuff and making handmade
yeah.
So that's like hang on, I can never get that right. The thought you put into that is so personal and makes it so special. I will cherish that forever.
But you do the same thing. Like every time I get something from you, it comes with a note card and a special hand embellished card, and like you get it, man. This is where it's at, I think.
Yeah, it's cool. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
These are awesome.
Very
so
cool.
there's I also wanted to tie in the idea of the 23 Enigma. Do you guys know about that at all?
No,
William Burroughs talked about it, Aleister Crowley, all these great kind of occult secret society thinkers say, you just start paying attention to the number 23, and it shows up fucking everywhere. You'll be like, I think in The Shining, one of the rooms is room 23. And so I did 23 pieces.
237, yeah.
Wasn't there a movie with Jim Carrey with that number?
Yeah, but that's a piece of shit movie. So forget that. Let's go on YouTube and type in 23 Enigma, and you'll have all kinds of nerdy people like us going on about it. It'd be great. Yeah, so there's 23 of these, and they're 23 Tezos each. And then when we mint out, I was wrong on my post. I said there's 10 left. There's still 13 left. When we mint out, then I start the raffles. So there's going to be one T-shirt giveaway. So whoever wins that, I'm going to custom design a black T-shirt with your NFT on it.
Love it.
And I'm going to give away some. I still got a 3D prize pack with the 3D glasses and the 3D prints. One of those will go out. Some sticker magnet packs, and then I also wrote in the post whatever the hell else I feel like giving away. Who knows? Maybe we'll do airdrops. Maybe I'll send some shit around. I don't know. We'll see. But that's the layer of acid.
Stickers. That's what I need.
Yeah, you're doing a lot. But that's cool.
These are so cool.
It's because you came back super refreshed from that trip.
I'm the kind of artist who works in bursts. I'll sit around, and then I'll just hit it, and I'll work around the clock, and then I'll collapse and do it again.
Yeah, I'm a little.
Really cool. I like these. Yeah, I have to go check it out.
Oh god, I haven't seen this one. I love these. So at these, do you what programs are you using? Is it your standard?
This is all the same thing I've been doing. I've really figured out my vibe in Midjourney. So AI haters, turn off the thing because I'm using AI to my own advantage for the exclusively digital works. We'll talk about tactile work in the next collection, but this stuff in Midjourney, you can create a text prompt or a word salad or whatever.
Mhm.
But you can add up to 20 resource images, and you have 3 different designations of what they do. So I always throw in my own drawings, my own paintings, and then shit I like. So I'll grab like fucking Mad Magazine covers or Creepy Magazine or Heavy Metal Magazine, and I'll throw some of that in too. And then usually I'll dictate the overall composition with a sketch. You can do that. And then I just start generate, modify, and I just go, I spend maybe like while I'm working on my job, I'll just be running these things in the background endlessly for a few days, pick the ones I like and start animating them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm using AI more and more, but like not so much for my art, but for like writing and stuff, and even like social media, like helping me structure posts and stuff. It's really useful.
It's really good in the sense that like I like to write, I like writing. It's cool, and I like to self-edit, but I'm a bit too verbose when I write. So what I did was I wrote stuff and I got Chat GPT to make it more. Actually, not Chat GPT. I just used Grok. I was super lazy.
Oh man, Grok is
just to
crazy.
clean it up and change the word count and the character count, and yeah, it's cool. It works.
It's cool. What I've been doing, I'll have to share it after and show. It's something. If you're a Lunar Witch holder, and you go on to my OpenAI chat, my Lunar Witch Oracle, and upload your Lunar Witch and ask her what magical powers it bestows on you as the holder.
Wow.
She pulls, because I've uploaded all the lore I've written, she will pull it all in and reference and say, oh, it does this, you get that, she's a healer, and it's, me and Fraser are going to try and embed it in the website, and because I love AI. I think if you use it in a fun way, in a class way, it's enhancing rather than like.
I'm with you on that. I like to use it for what I want it to do, but I don't want it to have the idea. That's and I don't really care. Like people who come up with shit in AI and just let it do its thing, there's nothing wrong with that either. It just isn't interesting to me from an artistic journey standpoint. I want to find its place. And yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of thought that goes into the prompt too, like that.
Oh my God,
for me, in a sense, that's art to me. In a sense, it's just
you've got to be almost like a poet and be able to describe a scene in language that it understands as well. ChatGPT you can be quite lazy with for image prompts, but not with Midjourney. You've got to be really skilled at it. I'm still learning, and it does not like American old school tattoo style.
I haven't really used Midjourney.
It really struggles. I
just
thought
throw your images in, man. Just throw all your images in. Say something like spider, and it will just.
It's still. It really does struggle. I've uploaded like a ton of images. I don't know why, and I know there are styles that Midjourney struggles with. I know Alyssa, who does all this Web3 will be televised. Her collection. I know she said Midjourney struggles with that style, whereas ChatGPT doesn't. So.
Yes, and shout out to Alyssa for being awesome. I've got one of her pieces.
I've been using a lot too. I've been using Grok a lot lately. Like Grok is the last couple of weeks have been like really powerful. Like I think more than ChatGPT.
Grok is easy to communicate with.
Yeah, it is.
You can take a picture of yourself and drop it in and say, make it look like a cartoon. You can't really do that in Midjourney. It doesn't understand that level of communication. But for me, Midjourney was the first thing I picked up. So it's that's my groove. I know how to talk to.
Yeah. Have you used Imagine yet on Grok?
I've been using it all the time. It's so exciting.
No, I'm trying to limit my exposure to anything to do with Mr. Musk. I'm quite opposed to him. Yeah.
I'm gonna share. Oh, maybe I haven't posted it. Did I? I don't know. But I've been using it and doing little animations of my Lunar witches. They're amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Grok is like it's a little crazy lately.
It is a little crazy lately.
It's a really good tool. I just wish someone else was at the wheel.
Well, I'm sure he has like his people doing it. I don't think he's
but we just want him to go to Mars and leave everyone else here. Oh my God, this is going to get canceled any second.
Yeah, we're going to go off here any minute. I don't really know them, but they were cool, and all they were was just like and then you can custom edit them as well.
It does it automatically once you put the picture in. But then you can also learn. Yeah, I learned the other day you can customize it however you want too.
The new way Midjourney's doing animation, Vicky, I think you really like it, is you just paste your image in and press animate.
I've been using that as well. So
you don't even have to type anything; it just interprets and comes up with a bunch of options.
This is what Grok's doing.
Yeah, wow.
Look at this.
This is what Grok's doing too.
Oh, it's not doing it. Oh, okay. There we go. Hang on. Will it show it there? But it's not very big. That's the only thing.
Can you play it there? Can you hit play or no?
Hang on.
From like the screen instead of like putting the
isn't it funny how it won't let it go big?
That's weird.
Anyway, I can play it from there, but you can't really see.
Oh yeah, you're right. I can't see it.
It's too small.
Her eyes blinking?
It's blinking and its eyes are leaking with like these. It's really cool.
I feel like that light needs to move around a bit, you know? Like
that would be cool.
And all the ears are sparkling and stuff. But yeah, it's really cool. But it's obviously it's so simple compared to what you're doing here with these. These are like insane.
I'm just going to say that the technology is real seductive, and and it doesn't feel like work to me. It feels like a break from work. So I spend hours every day in between what I should be doing, messing with it because it's fun. That's it. And the results are, you get so many results and you can tweak them yourself, and that's cool.
That's pretty cool. So let me ask you a question. So when you create the prompts, right? Like, do you do various prompts and then put them all together, or is one of these just one prompt and it does everything?
I'm using a lot less words and a lot more images. So for instance, for that one, it was a drawing and some old heavy metal magazine clippings for style ideas, and then a couple of my paintings from my IRL website. And then I just typed "dead astronaut, vivid color, psychedelic glow." Boom. And I get a bunch, and I play with them until I get them right.
That is really cool.
Funny, this one went to Metalhead. Anything I do with a dead astronaut, he buys it right away. He's got both of the dead astronaut physical paintings I did in the last show. In his
very cool. Office. Very cool.
Yeah.
So what were the prompts? You said neon glow. Is that what you said?
Fuck, you guys are really testing me here.
We are because we want to learn, because this is.
We want to know.
Wow.
What is happening?
I don't know. I do a lot of stuff too where I get specific about. I can't find that. That's buried. But I'll get more specific about stylistic things, not about what the picture is. Like dead astronaut doesn't need to be said a lot, but it will be secondary color palette, primary color turquoise, accents magenta. I'm not a. If you look at all my work, for whatever reason, I have this aversion to pure red. I've noticed it.
Of a pinker tone, isn't it?
I'm in either pink or orange, almost never red. That's just me, and I realize that that's kind of how I go. I also like cyans and turquoise, but I like my blues with a fair amount of yellow mixed into them, so I make sure I tell it that. I wanted to treat a lot of dark regions with purples rather than blacks, because black is sort of the terminal point of darkness. All these little things, I also will just kind of write it and then see what I think and swap out words. Like, okay, well, I should have said lighter purple, or I should have said, similar. I've got Pantone books similar to Pantone number 250.
I've never thought to do that.
Shit's all in the database somewhere now. It doesn't always work, but if you can get real specific, if you like, for me, like many years ago, I had a job as an art director. When I work with AI, I'm just an art director working with talent that doesn't need a union break or a weekend.
You're basically you're art directing.
Makes sense.
Like they are astute, like us,
Yeah, you art direct it, and they come back to you with it, and you go, okay, change this, change this, change this. Except that it doesn't complain, and you don't have to pay it, and you just go.
You've literally just changed my life, because I've never thought of approaching it like I would with a design job, because I would never create a brand without getting out the Pantone books, making sure. Do you know what I mean? I'd never, and And
You have all this experience that you can leverage. Just talk to it from that perspective. That's all I've done.
I think what I try to do is I try to put in the mood too much. So I'll like say, oh, whimsical horror, like gothic, but like I think
I never use adjectives like that.
so I think that's where I'm going wrong based on that. I think probably, like you're saying, that the image prompts would do that for you.
Yes, and you can have a style prompt. You can have a composition prompt.
Yeah.
You don't need to try and speak to it.
I think I'm basically writing a story and being too poetic. I think it's confusing to
having a whole conversation with it.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know, you're just not being a mean enough boss. Like, this is
yeah,
what I want, man. Do it.
soft.
You're like, make it look nice.
I'm like,
Aw.
can you make it whimsical? And they're like, I don't know what that means, so I'm just
But
going to
here's
do
the thing too, like, I'm not an expert. I just know what works for me in the tool I like.
It
You
makes
may
sense.
be able to type whimsical somewhere else and get a really different thing. So
Yeah, it makes sense because actually when I was waiting to have a photo shoot and I was trying to create realistic photographs that I could mock my t-shirt designs on just to kind of start getting them on Instagram and on my website. I actually was thinking more down that route. So I was like describing the camera, the lighting, the
yeah, you need to talk about what time of day it is, what direction the light comes from, what's the temperature, what's the film you used.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot.
Yeah.
I was thinking like that because I was trying to match what I already had. But when I've tried to do little bits of AI art, I've not thought like that. I've gone to, like I say, storytelling too much. I'm not directing enough. It's just
Well,
too.
yeah. For me, it's more about you're just
Like directing a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know.
Listen, you should record yourself doing one of these.
Yeah,
You know, man. Here's the thing. I've had so many people say we want a video of you doing your art, and I'm just going to come right out and say it. That art is. I know it's going to sound ridiculous. To me, it's a sacred practice in my life.
Yeah,
and I don't want the camera there because the camera's only there to market shit. And I don't mind marketing shit. Like, I want to sell it as much as the next guy, but not to the point where I'm not digging the process.
Yeah.
I've got decades of work behind me for clients. I don't want to do it.
Yeah. It feels like quite. I totally get that because I struggle with wanting to film myself draw, and I'll film little snippets, or I might record a bit of a screen, but
yeah.
I'm normally lost in the process and enjoying the switching off of that process.
You have to ride that wave.
That's how I do it. I switch it off and on and on.
The work, I mean, I'm a process artist. The work comes out of the process. You start and then you figure out where you're going, for me. And it has to be enjoyable. And you have to, I find a vibe. At some point, it all starts to coalesce into something. There's a concrete idea. There's, I can see a few pieces, and then I just have at it, and it blossoms into something. But if I'm going to force myself to be calculated, like left brain, I got to record a video. I got to do. First of all, I'm not going to enjoy it, which is the enjoyment is the whole point of art.
You see, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it.
I think the work's going to suffer. I'm just like, I'm kind of past the point of caring about that, you know?
That makes sense. I mean, I do enjoy recording. I'm not going to say that I don't.
Well, that's just me. I mean, I follow all kinds of artists on Instagram who are doing these cool videos, and I watch them and I'm inspired by them. I'm just not that.
Well, that's what I like about it. It's the inspiration part for other people. Like, and not even that. Mostly like for kids and stuff that want to learn how to draw and stuff like that. I think it's cool.
Well, it's kind of neat where they'll speed up the video and a lot happens in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You can unpack that and you can go, okay, this is the process if I want to get there.
Yeah.
That's cool. But I'm not the guy. I don't, Vicky knows I've written my share of tutorials. I'm done educating. Yeah.
Like, I remember watching this guy on TikTok. Actually, when I first started using Procreate, I was watching some YouTube videos. That's how I learned how to use Procreate, was through watching other people record themselves do it.
Well, it's great. It's really great. That's not me. I'm just making art.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
It would be cool to watch you do it.
You know what? I appreciate that, and I'm thankful that people say that. And just don't hold your breath for that day ever coming.
That's a
That's real interest.
I'll imagine it. I'll imagine it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How about
Right.
you
He's
just go
sitting in
on
the air right now.
AI and say, do a video of acid making a painting, and then we'll just
Yeah.
put that up. Yeah, man.
I used Grok the other day because I wanted to do a reel for my one of my t-shirts, and I had just had photos and didn't have any video. So I had a picture of me walking away from the camera in Cardiff city centre. So I did the Imagine, and it animated it like I was walking away from the camera, and it kept the t-shirt design intact. I was really impressed. I mean, I was swinging my hips a little bit more than I would. But it was.
It can surprise you sometimes when you just willy-nilly try something and you're like, wow, it really works. Like, yeah.
What were you using? Midjourney? Vicky?
Me, that was just Grok.
Oh, that was Grok. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just did the whole long press Imagine, make this a video, and I didn't even prompt anything. It just did it. Me walking away, my hair swishing. Like I felt like it was an over model kind of walk, but it wasn't how I would walk. But it just
picture the photo. Did you post the source photo online? I remember when there's you on a street. It's like a Kubrick single point perspective.
Yeah, that's the photo.
It's sort of dim lighting. It's really wild.
Yeah, that's the one.
So is that whoever shot that's pretty good, man?
Yeah, that's my friend Dave. He is a commercial and a wedding photographer, but he's the master of using natural light. He doesn't carry any kit with him. He's really, really clever at catching mood. And some of the shots he did for me for my t-shirts are like so damn cool. Like just like there's one shot he took of me where I'm just I had the t-shirts in like a gym bag and I'm just carrying them. And I stood on the corner. He was like, "Oh, don't move." You know what I mean? I was like, okay.
Yeah, because he sees the photo, right? He's always seeing the frame.
Yeah. And like, he'd have me stood in front of like these roller shutters that are really ugly and horrible. But then when he takes the shot and the sunlight has come and hit them all, and like, you're just like, wow, like that's amazing to me when people can see stuff like that.
I got a couple friends who are professional photographers, and I just don't. I don't have that in me. I'm always amazed by what they do with nothing. I'm like, what? What? Like, I would say in terms of if I was going to describe my work, I'm a maximalist. I throw a lot in it.
Yeah, you throw
they don't, right?
Yeah.
That one there, the alien or that's Metalhead's dead alien doppelganger.
Oh, that's his airdrop.
Oh, okay.
So what I wanted was this. So the alien's dead, but his consciousness is becoming one with the cosmos.
And it's a little bit glitchy as well, which obviously suits.
Well, I wanted the glitch, but I didn't want it to look like a prefab glitch. Mm-hmm. So what I've done is I've taken a still frame from each one of one, and then in Photoshop, I've created a pixel grid from it. So it's like 16-bit. Then I start with that in the AI software. And for these videos, I'm using Halui or something, and it has a bit of a different look. And then I tell it, take this, and make this transcend whatever consciousness or something. You can get a bit more out there, a bit more woo with this one, but it's always trying to make it realistic. So I've found that if I go back and I take the realism out of it, forces it to kind of bring it in. So that's how they all feel like they're kind of evolving out of these pixel things. Yeah.
Cool. It's very cool.
I do like it.
Fun times.
We've been into the layer of acid. Let's go into the vault of acid then. Did you like my post? I was like, let's step into the vault of acid.
I like that.
Here we go. So tell us about this collection. So this is essentially like a bit of a historic collection of your previous books.
Okay, so first thing is we're moving from Tez to Ethereum. I'm not a blockchain snob. I like what I like. What I really love about Tez is that's where the artists are at. It's like Steve said, Tezos is like an indie record label. For me, Tezos is like hanging out in the record store. I meet cool people, we talk about shit, and we exchange ideas and things. So I love Object, and I love all the people I've met there. In terms of like the little things that I know about the blockchain, I'm super bullish on Ethereum as a level 1. Mm-hmm. And I want what I consider to be almost like my museum legacy there.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here. And this collection, the Vault of Acid, is none of it is digital. That's all painted by hand.
Oh
So
wow.
it's an exclusive collection. Now all these paintings are sold, and some of them are old. Each description tells you around when it was painted. Not a whole lot else. I don't like writing a bunch of verbose shit. But there are, for me, it was sort of a going back through time exercise. Like there's a few different periods here, and I kind of remember what life was like and where it was at. And I really want this to be almost like an online library of my tactile work. I'm going to continue to add to it. Like that one's from 2021. And you can see if you zoom in on it, it's painted on plywood. You see the plywood grain in there. Yeah,
That's really cool.
good old foundation zoom, not zoom. But there's a bunch from that period, and it's just sort of like I'm kind of airing my, it's kind of laying your wounds open as an artist sometimes, like without saying it. I'm saying it because to me, there's stories and there's periods of trauma, and these are responses. Like that stuff there, that was a huge painting. It was 4 feet by 4 feet, and I just started squeezing tubes onto it. And this bright, bold, colorful, thick stuff was all done during the paranoia of the first lockdown. I'm in
Oh,
my
that
studio.
makes sense.
I'm freaking out, man, because Vicky knows my wife is an ICU nurse at the biggest hospital in Canada. So
Yeah.
every day she's going to work, and every day I think she's going to die, and every day I think she's going to come home, and we're all going to die. And this is pre-vaccine, right? So I started making this extremely colorful work as a survival mechanism, and I really, really, we
You
were
feel
all
massive.
so,
You can feel that. You can literally the emotion in that, and
yeah,
it's like a ball of tension. It's like,
yeah. The
yeah,
surface does it, right?
yeah.
And so that's a whole bunch of stuff from this period. Sadly, I sold a lot of it. I mean, not sadly, I sold a lot of it, but a lot of them I didn't have proper photos of, so they're
Okay.
not here. The stations were kind of like, again, I would head into it pure abstraction and let it become something, and then start to think about what it was I was making without knowing, like almost like trying to figure out your own subconscious. And it was the mania and the paranoia and the conspiracy shit and the division and the MAGA and all that crap that came out of the pandemic was starting to set in, and I was really worried. And I felt like I did these stations that are almost like symbols of total control. Like it's a cross, man. I was raised Catholic, and you tell me something more controlling than that. But I
Yeah,
also wanted like these sort of eyeballs, like we're being observed and we're being, manipulated and told what to do. And I'm not saying that governments did one thing right or wrong. It's just that all these paintings are very much of the time. So I wanted to get them out there.
yeah,
Um, there's one, if you go back, if you go down to the big blue ball.
yeah. This one.
So
Oh,
that's called Rover. And you guys probably aren't old enough, but there was this old 60s British show called The Prisoner.
I am old enough.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I watched it, and
Gosh,
it was like he's a Secret Service guy, and he quits his job, and they kidnap him and they put him on an island where everybody who knows too much can't leave. And the island, if you try and move out in the water, were these inflatable ball things that would come and get you. They're called rovers. So I
yeah,
was just feeling that, during lockdown, I'm going to walk out my door and there's going to be rovers. So I just started painting this rover, and I kept this one. This is a big one too. It's about 4 feet. It's really important to me. It's in another room in my house.
and everyone had numbers, right, as well.
Yeah, they didn't have names. They were numbers. Yeah. Shit like that. It just kind of, it was of the time. Thank goodness we got out of that and we got vaccines and everything.
Yeah.
But I was in a really not a great place mentally.
No,
I was,
I can totally see that having your because you had your wife
And these
working,
paintings are so
you know,
good.
it was just
ICU.
like what's happening to my kids? Like, they're not really in school. They're not learning anything. Everybody's isolated. This is not good, you know? So it was my survival mechanism to make these pieces at that time. So those abstract, really colorful ones, that's where it came from. The other thing too was, remember getting like the supply chain when we first locked down,
Yeah.
like getting
No,
painted
no
was
toilet
hard.
bowl.
So I was buying it by the case in some cases, and that's why I had cases of paint. I'm squeezing the fucking tubes. Yeah, so that's that.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, these
amazing.
are really good. I love
Yeah,
these.
Yeah, so but like every artist, it's all for sale. And this is more of like I would say you're kind of a very serious collector if this is what you opt for, because it's a one of one. It's painted. You're not getting the physical painting. You can kickstart the auction for 0.035, and
Hmm.
that'll go for 7 days. You really want it, you can buy it now. I've had one person do a buy it now.
you
Um,
have.
and because I don't have the paintings, I'm working with Nemo's Card Shop. If you go to my timeline, one of the posts will show it. We did custom designed holographic card slabs, so you get a one of one thick plastic holographic card, trading card of your NFT. There it is. So I did the front and the back. The QR code will take you to the listing, so you can show your friends on your phone or whatever. It's also, what you don't see here is it's like those Pokemon cards that comes in the plastic thing with an
Yeah.
additional printed piece at the
Yeah,
top. So that's what you get for the money you spend in addition to your JPEG for these, knowing that there will never be another physical one of one like this, and there will never be another one of one mint. And just in case resales outlive me or whatever, I I wrote in the description on the marketplace that each one comes with this holographic thing. So let's say 5 years from now, you buy this NFT, you're like, wait a minute, there's this other thing I can track down, right? If
yeah,
you're like, I like hunting for shit. Like, I like digging through crates and record stores, and so I wanted it to be fun from what I would want.
I
Um,
love this one, Acid.
that's
What?
that one and Mushroom Head. If you go back, uh, go down a bit, right directly underneath it. So that one, Mushroom Head, and that one, it's a 5 foot wide painting that was 3 feet high. So they're
Wow.
two of the sections I liked from it. Um,
Wow.
and that's gone too. But if you zoom in on that one has so much paint on it. I painted it and painted it and painted it that I actually got a belt sander and sanded down a bunch of layers to smooth it and then hit it again. And this is also this and a lot of the other stuff here, especially this one where I was really into the the expressionist work that Van Gogh did, where he puts two optical color mixing, put two colors side by side. So you put a yellow and a blue side by side, stand back, it reads like green. So that's the exploration of those.
They're
Um,
yeah, they're
yeah,
wild. This one in particular.
it's funny. That's Vicky. That's popular with the ladies.
Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe it feels feminine or something. But
Yeah,
I've had several women say that they like it.
I feel like
That's
there's
cool though.
something floral about it, and also maybe these feel like faces to me.
Well, to
Yeah.
me, I see a robot in there with a big
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, I see a robot too.
I see as well.
But I can also see like the floral thing.
Yeah, that this feels
Yeah,
Yeah.
rose up here and like kind of and down here. I don't
and I
know.
mean, truth be told, I do like my girly color palettes, man. I love using pink and light
Yeah,
greens and things,
Yeah.
and yeah, yeah.
these are insane.
Yeah, I love all these.
That one, I sold it to a lawyer in Ottawa. I wrote the description wrong. It says 21 to 21. No change in that. Um, it was 21 to 23. So I'd work on it and I'd take it down in disgust and leave it. And then I would take it back and I would paint over it. Believe it or not, and this is counterintuitive for me, but I decided that I needed to try and do something I don't normally do. Like, if you look at my work, I really only use curved lines.
Mhm.
And I don't like straight lines. And I've started looking at my work going, what is it that you're hiding from? What are you afraid of? Blah, 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 blah. So then I thought, okay, architecture, man. Architecture straight, it's interesting.
Yep.
Started looking around at architecture. Brutalism was a bit too brutal. But I love ruins. So, the UK is full of these abbey ruins.
Yeah.
And there's
We've
this,
got a lot.
and they almost look like these magical portals.
Yeah.
So I started painting ruins, and then it just didn't feel all that honest. So I kept painting over it, and it just became this. And to me, it looks like this sort of fossilized ruin of maybe an astronaut under the sea, or I don't know.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's on plywood. You can see the wood again.
Is that your favorite surface to paint on, plywood? I notice you do that a lot. Do you prefer it to canvas or?
I like it because it takes a beating. Because at some points, like you can tell in some of my paintings where I start to get physical. You can see the brush like hitting it like this, and this one, I at the end of it, I started just scribbling with graphite crayons all over it and stuff. So I do like plywood for that. Now the caveat of plywood is the bigger you get, the heavier it is.
Yeah.
But the other thing I like about plywood is I could go to the Home Depot and buy a sheet of 3/4 plywood and tell them to cut it all up and just take it home and have at it.
How do you prep it? Is there like, is there like a process, but would you just stick the paint on there? You're like,
No, I never. Well, sometimes I'll use a raw surface. I'll show you the ones that are raw, but no, I prime it with acrylic gesso. Depending on how much gesso I'm going to gob on there, I might just use like a house paint primer first to seal the wood, and then I throw my gesso on there. But unprimed work can read differently too. Like if you go back again, there's one on the bottom row that's a plague doctor.
yeah, I love. So I'm obsessed with these things.
I just had a piece of canvas and I didn't
I
gesso
love
it,
that. Yeah.
and the paint soaked into it. That's the first buy it now. The guy just grabbed it. I don't even know who it is. I got his name. I'm not going to dox him, and I sent him the card. But that one was it's just heavy experience. I just started throwing paint at it, and I like to work on a wall like behind me, and
Yeah.
I have ledges built to catch all the shit that falls.
Oh, clever.
So I don't destroy the floor. I'm not an easel guy anymore. That feels just not. If I'm
Never
going to be physical, I want to really do it. So
I've
that
never-
I like to just let the paint run. Sometimes I'll throw it on the floor and pour paint onto it, and then hang it back up and let it run.
Yeah,
But
there's an artist I follow who does that a
looks
lot. I think I've shared his work with you on Instagram a few times.
Yeah.
He does the skulls and then
I
he
love
holds them up and all the paint runs down. It's like such a
yeah. And then
Oh, there's a
when I
thing-
hear myself describe it, I can be like, Miguel, you're right. I should make a video because it'd probably be cool, but I just don't want that in my creative zone right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there
How long
was
does
DJ
it take you to create something like this, though?
I don't know. Weeks.
Just go.
Weeks. I create a whole. I don't do one painting. I do a bunch over months usually. And because it was lockdown and there were no shows, I would do a bunch and then put them away and then get them back out.
Yeah.
you'd like do it in like little periods and
Yeah. I mean, they take weeks usually.
I mean, this painting is really cool. Like, I want this painting.
I mean, it is. I don't know what, I've got a bit of an obsession with the plague doctor kind of vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
such
love
a
this so much.
spooky thing.
It's a spooky thing, and
and
it's
it's got that beak
things,
and
isn't
like
it?
Mhm.
this thing too. If you notice, it's got like an empty speech bubble by it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Go back to the collection for a sec. I'll show you.
So all the original
One to the
things-
right with a little octopus there. Again, I call this one speechless,
This one has
low
one
on the nose, but there's that's just the idea of I don't play ball well in the gallery world. I'm going to tell you,
Yeah.
because those people just talk so much shit and they're so full of themselves. I don't have patience for it. And that's where the empty speech bubbles first came from. I'm just like, because I was some of these older ones, I was finishing up my degree. So 2014, I did this in one of my university thesis classes just to get it out of the way. and that was my dig at the professors without that, and they all celebrated. And I'm like, actually, I didn't tell them. This is basically visual evidence of you guys talking shit, and it means nothing. It
Just
means fucking nothing. And then
it's
if
just
you look at
I fucking
top,
love it.
the little guy in the helmet,
Yeah.
that's me, and I'm sort of shielded from their bullshit. And in the speech bubble I have, that's the fucking caffeine molecule. That's what I'm thinking while you're talking. I just want to
get me some coffee.
yeah, that's what happened. So this one, gummy LSD bought
I
it.
love it.
Got acid. Yeah.
It's brilliant.
What a great interpretation of this from you.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's just all these pieces that I put here have stories. Go back, I'll tell you some more. So that guy,
Which one?
so that one is one of 3 that I did all at once.
Oh, he's a bit gross.
Yeah,
I kind of
he's
feel
gross.
like he's sticky.
So go back again.
I don't like him.
I like him, but he looks sticky. I wouldn't want to touch him.
Well, he's supposed to look sticky, and then go up.
And
Directly above him, that's another one that I painted at the exact same time, same size. And then go back again and up another row. And then that one on the far right, you see how they're linked
Similarities.
stylistically, and they share the same color palette. And
Okay.
sometimes when I have free time and I want to kickstart some original thought, like we have a really great art gallery here in Toronto. I have a membership. I just go, and there's a Paul Rubens, not Paul Rubens. That's fucking Pee Wee. Who's Rubens? What was Rubens' first name? A Renaissance painter. Paul Rubens. Anyway, there's this Rubens painting in the permanent collection. It's huge. It's called The Massacre of the Innocents, and it's basically classic period soldiers killing babies for one reason or another. The king gave an order. It's a fucked up painting, but it's really wild in the sense that I would always look at it compositionally and try and figure out why I kept looking at it. And when you start to study design, there's definitely rules of engagement that you can use on a canvas. This guy created a painting where your eye never rests, and I was like,
so it's like wandering.
It just never has a place to land. So
you're always told to have like a focal point, aren't you? That's how you're taught to kind of.
Or you divide it into thirds, and you use those intersection points and the Gestalt theory and all that. Sometimes you get too educated. You got to kind of not think about it.
Miguel said, well said. Not you, Miguel, different Miguel.
You're Paul Rubens. Okay, so what's Paul Rubens? Fucking Pee Wee Herman's great grandfather. The painting, I took the feel of it. Obviously, I'm not equipped to imitate Rubens, and I wasn't thinking I didn't have something so big, but I had these 3 pieces. I had this idea for these somewhat fluid entities of molecules that never really rest. So they're all made out of these little bubble things. And I used one of my older phones to take photos, and then I brought them into Photoshop and I blurred them of the Rubens painting. And I blurred it to the point where you couldn't see it. But this is a good trick. If you're looking at an old master's painting, you take a photo of it, you blur it till the content's gone, and then you see the color palette they used.
Oh, wow.
So I isolated the main color palette, maybe 7 or 8 colors, and painted all 3 of them using different variations of that same palette. So there's a Massacre of the Innocents thing in all of these. And again, I don't know if anyone picks up on it, but that sort of gives these 3 a real personal importance to me. I remember why I did it. I remember, so everything here has a story like that. Yeah. We could talk for hours. Yeah.
Peter
Rubin. I just think it's weird. This is cool. Sorry, Miguel.
Peter Rubin, right?
Peter Rubin. Peter Paul Rubin.
Peter Paul Rubens says Midas effects.
Paris guy.
But I do something weird when I'm trying to see if I'm doing something right. I step back and I squint.
That's it. That's what you're doing. The exact same thing that I blurred in.
I was thinking, I'll sit back and I'll like squint at it and like kind of go. And like kind of.
That is
part of it. Yeah, that one was again with the ruins, but I wanted to do like I don't know if you can zoom in big on it, but it's.
I mean, the zoom is pretty much the same.
Zoom, their jQuery or whatever is bad, but I painted it with, instead of trying to slowly paint the building and
There we
replicate
go.
it,
Oh, there it is.
just started introducing blobs of color until it came together. And
Yeah.
then I kind of hit it with the shadows to make it take shape. And originally, I had the inverse of that underneath it, and it just didn't feel right. So I had another painting that I was working on. You can see that line going across.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
This is on plywood. I took another painting that I was working on that I wasn't happy with. I cut it out of the canvas with an X-Acto and then glued it on over the shit I didn't like and continued. So that if you could see them in person, there's a real surface history. Like you get
Yeah, yeah,
dealing with all of these, that there's a lot of different layers of process in there, and that's really important to me with physical work.
That's cool.
Do you know
Yeah.
this reminds me of Tinton Abbey? If you ever in the UK, is that was one place
You
you?
know, man, I just Googled UK Abbey ruins, so
I
that
really feel like this is the Abbey near me. I really feel like it
totally
is.
be. I don't
It
know.
probably could be.
Yeah. I remember when I was in the UK being fascinated by these just shells of abbeys everywhere. And yeah,
Let's find it.
it could
It
very
look.
well be.
Yeah,
You
I
make me
feel like
want to paint.
it is.
It's real close. Yeah.
There we
Oh, that
go.
is very close. Yeah.
No, that's not it.
It's not
It's got
it,
a
but it's
circle
close.
at the top.
It's got a circular top rather than a square. But there we go. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
instantly reminded me of that, which is funny.
Just Google Abbey Ruins UK. That's probably what I would have said.
Yeah. But yeah, beautiful. Oh,
Yeah, actually, you're making me want to paint now.
I
Go
know,
paint.
same.
I got a
Why
canvas.
wouldn't you?
Pretty sure I got a canvas.
It's
in
just keep going. You probably see. I just picked a nice photo and went. Like I'm sure
Yeah,
it's there.
you know, there'll be millions of them. We have like a million castles.
Yeah. I love that. I
Yeah,
like old ruins. I like all that stuff. So
yeah, me too.
yeah.
there.
Oh,
Oh, really
this
cool.
collection of stuff. I could just. Oh, I love your aliens. Oh, hang on, he's what's he looks quite different. He's on plywood again. Is that's
He's
quite
on plywood. Yeah. And that one's there's a Toronto artist who I traded that with for one of his. It's about 10 by 12, not too big.
yeah,
I painted intentionally really thin on that because that piece of plywood had such a gnarly surface. I
yeah.
wanted it to show through. Yeah.
Yeah, it's made me want to go and paint on some wood.
Go paint on some wood. Why are you not?
I know.
don't know.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. I
All
think
you need, I'm telling you, it's so. This is all you
I'm
need
ready to go break some.
is to set
wood
up an
in
area
there.
in your house or whatever where you can make a hell of a mess without wrecking shit. And
Nah,
that's basically what I found in my studio. So you just got to have at it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was me when I was a kid. Like I basically, for some crazy reason, my mum put a cream carpet in my bedroom, and I would lie on the floor and paint and use pastels. So every time you removed a square of paper,
Oh no.
That's awesome though. Like
I'd be hiding it with like shit. And then in the end, she just put a plaque on the door saying, "God bless this mess," and never
that's
did it
what
again.
you do. Like my
Gave up.
youngest kid, she's in an arts high school, and she's got old hardwood floor in her room, and I just tell her to not worry. We'll worry about the paint later, man. If we sell the house, we'll throw a carpet on it. Just create.
Yeah. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
I painted all over my ceiling, my wall, like everything.
Yeah, if your parents let you do that, that's awesome. Probably helped form you.
I painted like a massive like just space scene on my ceiling. I did, and then painted all the walls dark blue and like yeah.
I love the freedom you have when you're painting and you're describing how you paint. Like
Well, this is the thing, right? I mean, we all spend a lot.
Yeah.
Like I'm a digital adopter. I'm still wrestling with how much I do not like my tablet. I'm
Right.
trying. I just don't like it, but I'm forcing myself because I'm convinced there's something in there.
Yeah.
But you step away from the screen and this damn thing and then a menu and it's just you and the paint and the wall. Shit gets real,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And even if the painting sucks, man, that's a real fun way to spend a few hours.
Yeah. Both you and Ukaswaka, who we had on last week, Dave.
Yeah.
like inspire me so much, because I'm so envious of the freedom. I don't have the space to kind of
love
do
that.
what you're doing, but, and also I think I'm quite an anxious person, and I've worked in studios that are so strict on like you must conform to our style, and I have a little bit of fear in me about, whereas I didn't when I was young. When I was young, I used to be a lot more like expressive, and I use things like pastels and charcoal and kind of stuff
Me
that was
too.
messy,
Well, as we get older, especially with your background, you did a undergrad degree in design, so you've had it drilled in, and that's all good. And then you've worked as a designer, so you're constantly focused on the outcome.
Yeah. I think
You got to let that go and
it's
say
really
that this
hard.
is all inconsequential, and now I'm just having fun, and then the work will come out of it, or
I
not.
think it
Not
I
every-
agree
definitely,
with that. Yeah.
yeah, I definitely think there's
Want to be on YouTube?
being commercial.
My daughter's here.
Oh, hey, little acid.
Uh, she and
Mini
I, she and I just got tickets for Oasis.
amazing.
Yeah, so here's our weekend. Saturday night, she and I are going to see Nine Inch Nails. Sunday night, I'm going to see LCD Sound System, and Monday night we're going to see Oasis.
Oh, can I just say, I love Nine Inch Nails, love LCD Sound System too. I mean, like,
Yeah,
legends. I will put it out there. I'm not an Oasis fan. I know I should be.
you know, you're not
Yes,
the
I'm
first.
not.
You're not the
Yeah.
first Brit who has been like, it's just too much.
I think we had it force fed down us. I think
Yeah, I spent when they were popular, I was like, this is awful, and then I just kind of, I don't know, when did I
they are
start?
genius. Their tours have been massive over here. They are so popular still. They are like iconic in the UK. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it's not my thing.
they built a new seasonal outdoor stadium that's big enough for bands like Oasis here now. Like we didn't have anything big enough, so we're going to this gigantic thing. I don't know. I'm super excited. Got to get the bucket hat out, all that.
That's true.
Yeah.
We just say Kevin's here, and he's already starting
I
his
love
shit.
Kevin. You're already starting shit. You just got here.
Love you, bye. He's literally come in, abused you, and
Yeah, and
is
just
now
leaves. That's
gone.
what he does. That's what he does to me every day.
Okay. Sorry, I'm parenting at the same time. Gets easier when they're teenagers.
No, I say, yeah. So the long and short of it is, you're inspirational, Acid, and
Yeah,
I wish I had
sure.
less fear to kind of just. I think you're right. I think I'm so focused on the outcome and whether a client likes or dislikes something. You become stuck in the realm of right and wrong, and actually, art doesn't have a right or wrong. It's just how you feel and how you express yourself.
Yeah.
And
And that was
I find
like,
it hard to let go of now. It's really difficult for me.
I didn't always do work like this. As a matter of fact, I never did. I've got decades of being an illustrator behind me, and that is
Commercial.
precise and critical and to the sketch. And this is almost like once I found an income stream that wasn't related to art, I just decided that art's going to be fun. Because when it became my job, it ceased to be fun. And I was like, that's wrong, man. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I totally felt that. Like I probably told this story a million times, but for me, when I started working in a studio, well, I was working in-house studios essentially. So you'd be the internal designer for different corporations or whatever. And then when I finally got into a design studio, which I'd wanted to get into forever, I constantly just repeatedly sent my CV to them. Give me a job, give me a job, give me a job. And eventually they gave me a job. And it was brutal. Everything I designed went past the art director, and it was like, not good enough. That type's loose. That type's too tight. Move this. And it wrecked my mental health. But
it's real. I'm just going to come out and say it. I've worked in studios, and it's shittier for women.
Yeah, it is.
The men art directors I have seen just not be cool, man. Like I wouldn't want
a lot of ego
related to me to be treated like that, because you're not eventually going to get up and punch the guy in the face like a dude might. So they push, and it's hard.
It was really difficult, and I felt like I had to work 10 times harder than any of the boys there, and still, like if we'd all generally we'd have like a brief given to us, and it would be like, you've got a couple of hours, go away, everyone come up with an idea, and then we'll pick the best two, and then whoever's they are, they'll run with it and develop it to pitch. And it would be so interesting. I'd feel like mine would never get picked. But if they didn't know whose it was, mine would get picked. There was a definite, like, the boys always won. You know, it was kind of
Well, and the other thing too is like,
the
it's
passion out of
still
me.
very much like Mad Men. So like you were never going to get the creative director promotion because you're a woman, right? It's just not going to happen, I think. Or it was like that when I worked there.
Well, it was even, because when I remember when I was working my ass off, I had the two biggest clients in the studio, and they then advertised for a design job £10,000 a year more than what they were paying me for like
Wow.
the same job.
Right
And I
there.
literally
There you
went
go.
to them and I was like, "Are you shitting me right now?" And I
Yeah.
said, "I want to apply for that job." And what I did is I treated it like a pitch, like they'd never met me before. And
Yeah.
I created a show reel and a video and like stuff, everything against where they pigeonholed me that I knew I could create, but I never got the opportunity to do. And I remember one of the guys, Kerry, looking at me going, "Fucking hell, Vic, you literally kicked that out of the park. Like, that's insane." And then the cheeky bastards gave me the job, but put me on probation, even though I'd worked there for 8 years. So they wouldn't give me the pay rise until I passed mid probation, right?
Well,
So
first of all,
I just
like,
walked in one day and just handed my notice in.
never,
And
you
he
should you
went,
should have
"Yeah."
never been in the position where you had to do that. You should have had the job.
It's like,
So like, well, let's start right there. How wrong it is.
it's insane. So yeah, I literally then just woke up one day and went, "I'm going to work for myself.
Mhm.
Here's my notice," and I just walked away. But that whole thing killed art for me a little bit for a long
It
time.
does that, and I
It's
think
that passion to, because it's so soul
yeah,
sucking all
yeah,
the time because you're always being told how you're not good enough. So then you start to become really unsure of your creativity and kind
yeah,
of if you're any good, and you start feeling like, "Oh, I'm a fraud," you all that kind
yeah.
of imposter syndrome creeps in. And
So it
so
all comes down to one thing: quit your job.
I know, which is what I did.
Your
So
job. I bet you're much happier now because you can survive on your own, and you can have recognition, and you can be someone who's desired, and you can strip all these assholes away. Yeah,
it's so funny. So I do, like I say, when I watch you creating and I watch Dave creating, it's like you guys are so free and like so unfearful. Like you just have no fear of just putting it out there. It's kind
there's
of,
fear.
Is
There's
that art
fear.
should not be confined by any rules
no,
or
it shouldn't.
boundaries.
Like I don't show everything I do, right? I have failures, but I'm okay with that because my philosophy is like I'm getting up there, right? I've only got so many hours on this planet. Art's a journey that I want to enjoy, and if the outcome's good, cool. Like I really want the outcome to be good. I want to show people
Yeah.
things and have people appreciate things, but it's really the time you do it is this sacred blessing that we've
Yeah,
got this lifestyle and we can do this, and there's food in the fridge and there's nobody bombing us, and like
yeah,
that's not lost on me, man. I think the
no,
pandemic really really drove it home for me.
yeah.
Like art practice is a big part of life. It's almost like your religion.
Yeah, so I kind of, for me, it was when I lost my mum that's when I had that
Yeah,
cathartic moment of like,
yeah.
art saved me because I had lost, like I say, I was in that studio, I'd lost all my passion for it. And then I'd found that she kept all my art from like school, from college, stuff that I just did for fun.
I
And I
just
was
think, like,
like, "Shit,
you told me
what
this part
art?"
before.
Yeah,
I've never heard you tell me that your mom let you paint your room and all that. I think your
no.
mom
Oh, she was
was
amazing.
behind the scenes in your formative period, making you become an artist, man.
Yeah,
Like,
and like
cheers
her
to your
and
mom.
her mum as well. Her mum as well, my gran, was the
Yeah,
who used to paint. She used to paint beautiful paintings, and she was very creative. But yeah, it was that kind of,
that's a
she
good place
kept
to be.
everything I'd ever created. It was crazy, and I literally, for months after she died, I would sit in her house and just draw the tattoo that I had done for her, and I draw it and draw it until I got it to where I wanted it.
Yeah,
That saved me. That whole process kept me from literally plunging into darkness.
that
It's
I mean, our specifics of our situation were different, but that's essentially what it was like for me during the lockdown.
yeah,
Like, just this is saving me. This is the transformative thing, right? So I don't know, man. Your mom sounds pretty rad, dude.
yeah, she
And your
was.
grandmother. So, and
Yeah,
you're really putting the legacy out there with the Lunar Witch.
Yeah, that's all inspired by my creepy
Yeah.
gran.
That is
She was
very true, DJP. I
what's
used to
what's
draw
that?
on my walls.
Yeah. Did you used to draw on your walls?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I did.
painted, I drew, I grabbed a pencil, anything in my hands, I would just go to town on a wall, any wall.
My mom let me have certain areas in my room that I could do whatever I wanted. When I was a kid, she told me the story. My parents bought their first house. I was little, and I went into whatever bedroom was mine. I had my crayons, and I drew a horse inside the closet, and I was so proud. And I showed them,
Yeah.
like I brought them in to see it, and they're like, "You can't draw on the wall. It's a new house." But then eventually they were like, "Okay, you can have the back of the door. All right, you can have this section of the wall."
Yeah. We
Um,
had the back of the door for our sticker collection, me and my sister.
yeah, right.
I think I
Stick
told you, Vicky, that there was a one time where I was so angry, I just grabbed a pencil and I drew an entire huge, gigantic wall in my room. Just
Yeah.
for hours, I was just drawing it with a pencil.
It's
What did
mad. I
Great.
think how I don't know, the whole process is like just when you've got like really intense emotions going on, it is like such a savior. I feel very blessed to have that outlet.
Oh,
But
this is
also, now that you guys mention it, like we all have these childhood experiences of how liberating and free it is to draw on a wall. Maybe that's why I've dispensed with my easel and just work on the walls.
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel so much more at home with my stuff on the walls while I
Well,
work.
when I do physical work, I still prefer lying on the floor to
Do you?
draw. Yeah, and I think that
Okay.
comes from being a kid because that's what I would
Yeah.
do. I'd lie by my bed with the lamp, and so I feel like I like to be over it and kind of, you know what I mean? I find upright is hard for me. I like to be
You
kind of,
know what I mean? Yeah, watch my kids. Like my one
DJP's
daughter, when
bringing
she
back
does her
memories.
homework, she's got a desk in her room, but she lays on the floor. It's like her spot. It's I don't know. Everyone's got their spot. So
yeah, it's
yeah,
amazing.
So
I don't.
DJP is my brother, and he's saying
Hey, somebody who knew.
he even drew with pencil on his entire door once. That is true. That was a very long time ago. I was like 12.
That's
Oh, and
good.
talking of pencils, I don't think you've showed off your new ink that you've had
Oh
done yet.
yeah. We
See,
talked about getting a tattoo. I said, look, check it out.
closer,
I
closer,
got it.
dude. Let's got to hold that closer to the camera.
Ah,
Closer, closer, closer.
wait.
A lot of nice coloring. Man.
Pen, it's really cool.
Is that a pencil?
It's a digital pencil, yeah, but it's made I drew this and the artist, the tattoo artist, put it on.
I like all the splashes, and I love
Yeah,
the. That's like the color palette I like. You can tell.
Yeah,
yeah, very colorful.
That's a really nice one. Yeah, I
Thank
guess
you.
you're gonna get the complimentary piece on the other arm now.
Yeah, so I'm planning on doing the whole arm on the
this is where it
on the
starts.
next
It
month.
happens, right? Like I'm like, okay, I'll just get one here, I get one here.
Yeah, I'm planning on
Start
doing the
done.
whole arm, the whole left arm.
Yeah,
3
Yeah,
sessions, he told me.
I'm getting close to filling this arm. It's got a few gaps left.
I've got to do some gap fills, I think. But sometimes my artist buddy, he's like a high school friend of mine.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it to get too cluttered, so he has ultimate veto power. But I got some shading here. But on this arm, I want to get on the elbow, alien face hugger.
Oh my god.
I don't know if he's going to agree to do it, because if he doesn't think it'll look good, he'll refuse.
Oh, that's-
Alien face hugger elbow tattoo,
Let's
right?
see if I can get it.
yeah, I'm getting him. I've had the mermaid done on there, and I got to get her coloured. But I'm going to have a dagger on that side. I think.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
definitely. Oh, it's been so cool hanging out with you again, Acid.
Okay, can I shill a little?
Yeah, of
There
course.
we go. Not because I'm like, you remember I first started coming in, Vicky. I'm like, I don't care about money or whatever. I'm starting to understand buying at the dip and selling high and all these little things and seeing the gains. I also know that now is not the time when people want to part with their ether too much. So, but if anybody is on the fence about the somewhat expensive purchase of those one of ones that we saw, I've got a couple things. Can you pull up Foundation again?
Yeah, I can. Hang on. Let me
In
just go.
the Area 51 collection.
Let me go.
Yeah, the Area 51. So I held back two of those. I still have them.
Oh yeah.
So anybody who either
Look at those.
kickstarts an auction or does the buy it now of any one of those vault of acids is going to get one of these 101 airdrops. It's that thing minted out. I kept two. And I'm also making, remember my mutoids, Vicky?
Yeah, I do remember. Oh, you make
I've done acrylic transfer, and I've got two of these on the go. And what I do is once I sand off all the paper and everything gets nice and worn, I get my Posca pen and I sort of redraw all the dark areas and some details. So there's only two of these. So the first two people who either kickstart an auction or buy it now will each
amazing.
get an Area 51 NFT, and they'll get one of these when I finish it. Then these are one-on-ones. There you go. That's my shill. I dropped my Wacom pen. Hang on.
I know. I just had to buy a new Wacom tablet.
I've been using the same one for ages. Like it's so old that I have the USB dongle thing to change it.
Oh yeah, you should. DJP says you should take that collection to Vegas, the Area 51.
Not to get political, but I won't set foot in the United States until
you were going to say that. You said it. I knew.
I won't do it. I wanted to see you guys in NFT NYC, but I'm Canadian. Do the math.
It's all right. Me and Jace really want to come to Canada.
I love the people there. I love the people, but you got to get rid of the Fuhrer. Yeah. I wouldn't, if it was, 1939, I sure as hell wouldn't be going to Germany. So.
I said, let me see if I could. I think I'm going to zoom in now. Let me see if I can zoom in.
Oh, can you zoom?
See.
You zoom in.
What's happening?
Yeah, it's working. Damn, that's nice, dude. Nice ink.
No, you can
maybe give a shout out to the tattoo artist. No.
Yeah, I did on. His name is Orlando.
Yeah.
He's I believe Korean.
Cool.
He's an amazing tattoo artist. Like amazing. Like the guy's like booked for like months.
Yeah. His work's gorgeous. So
yeah, and there's like 3 little ants on here. I don't know if you can see.
I know. I was going to say.
I can see
here.
Yeah.
And one here.
That's nice. Yeah. That's a nice tattoo, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, the artist is doing his job.
Yeah, he's very, very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Like really, really good.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry to rant about that shit, but it comes up once in a while.
It's fine.
Yeah. So
if anybody wants to get in touch with you, is like Twitter the best place to kind of?
Yeah. So I've recently just deactivated my Facebook account because I hate everything that it does, and I hate Zuckerberg. And I've shut down I haven't closed it yet, but I have an Acid Astronaut Insta. But
your Insta?
I just don't use that. I have my personal one, which is Derek Lee, so I've combined it with Acid Astronaut, but I'm really not going to do much, and I'm hoping to get rid of that. I'm really just on X, and I don't like the man in charge either, but until we find something better, this is where I am.
Okay. So you're find Acid Astronaut. I can never say that.
It's a terrible name. Who came up with that?
Acid Astronaut.
Acid was taken. What am I going to do?
That's why I'm Vicky Licious Designs. I just wanted Vicky Licious. I was like, well, okay.
Maybe I should have been Acid-licious. I don't know.
That would have been funny.
If you're really looking for me,
you could have been Acid Knight.
My name is Derek Lee. You can Google it. It's DEREKLEA. And if you type illustration or art after that, you will see a legacy of things.
Yeah, Acid's done a lot. So yeah, and then we're on objects for the layer of acid, and they're 23 Tezos if you want to mint one of those. And then we've got, let's go back, the vault of acid for all the, what are they, photographs of original artwork?
Yeah, that's basically my archive of original paintings, and I will continue to populate it.
Yeah.
So
you don't get the painting, you just get the JPEG, but you get the lovely card, limited edition card with it. Okay.
Yeah, and then the next two people who either kickstart an auction or do a buy it now will get also the Area 51 one of one, and one of these when I finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Yeah. And we're also going to change your name to Acid Knight.
Acid Knight.
Cool. Can it be like a K?
Yeah. Do whatever you want.
All right, man. Let's do that. Is it too late? Vicky, you're the branding expert. It's kind of late in the
That's
game.
true, Vicky. This is your expertise.
Yeah, you tell me, man.
You know where I get my name from? It's from a movie called First Night.
I knew that.
Yeah, I think I talked about it with
Is it
Sean
Sean
Connery,
Connery?
Richard
Sean
Gere.
Connery?
So,
Yeah, Sean Connery, Richard Gere. I think it was Julia.
Oh, it's proper
Vermont.
legendary
I don't remember
lineup,
the last
isn't
name.
it?
I haven't seen that. So the
I love
Universal
that movie.
Twin Flames, if you want to look me up, you got to spell Lee, Lea. And yeah, I do have physical paintings. There's a bunch behind me still. So
Yeah, I
if
love
you look in my pin, Universal Twin Flames,
Share your screen again. Hang
there's
on.
physical paintings. So once I get my act together, I'm probably going to put
Here we
photos
go.
of those in the Vault of Acid, and then they will come with the physicals. Be different price point, of course. But the problem with that is I've got to figure out what international shipping will cost and all of
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
it's just a little daunting. I just kind of never get to it. But if you look in my pin and there's something you really want, get in touch with me, because that's really how I've sold most of them.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much
Very
for
cool.
coming on again. I
Thank
could
you,
have
guys.
fun every week.
So much fun.
Yeah, I love doing these with you.
Yeah. So next time you got another collection, you'll have to come on again.
Got thoughts? I'll give you 3 words. Project 2026, Cult of Acid.
We've already spoken. I'm on it. I
like that already.
cannot wait to do a piece of that.
It ain't going to be pretty, I'll tell you that.
I really enjoyed doing Dawn of Acid piece.
I know you did.
I know.
I saw it again today. I was like, oh, that was awesome. Yeah.
I think
Cult of Acid, we can get a little more dark, I think.
Yeah, I like it because it gives me, I don't have to do any cute. I can just go full on creepy.
You can do cute, but the cute is the creepy. Like, let's
true.
say I do a Cult of Acid 1 of 1 that's just a picture of Kool-Aid with the Kool-Aid Man. Now that's cute, but we all know what I'm really saying there. That's very cute.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the kind of vibe of Cult of Acid. We're going to poke fun at cult leaders.
Yeah, I think that's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be in very poor taste.
It gives me an excuse to rewatch all the Netflix documentaries.
I thought, I know you want to wrap up, but I did think Frisky Foxtrot, remember when he did his hand-painted cassettes?
Yeah. I've
been playing around with shit like GarageBand now, trying to make my own sort of doom metal drone. And I found on YouTube the audio track that was the recording of the Jonestown Massacre when they're dying and what he's saying. And I isolated the audio. So I'm going to make this doom metal track with all the real actual Jonestown shit in it.
Yeah, that's very
dark, I probably shouldn't do it, but it has to be done. So
it's very Marilyn Manson to do that. Like, he quite often plays a Charles Manson track.
Yeah, like next time I come here, you guys will be like, "Did you paint your fingernails black? Dye my beard black, eyeliner and shit." Yeah, that's where we're going. Yeah, it'll just be like
that's a stripping. What's happening?
Joy posters.
Brilliant. Oh, well, thanks so much, dude. We shall
love you guys.
Yeah, we love having you. We shall wrap it up there. I just remembered I haven't done a bedtime story to finish the show. It's like a massive error.
Once upon a time, there was a nice man called Jim Jones, and he brought a whole bunch of people to Guyana and gave them a nice drink before bed, and they slept forever.
There we go.
Good night. I did the bedtime story.
There we go. That's perfect. I won't be including that in the Lunar Witch lore, just saying.
No, that's mine. That's my IP.
Oh, but yeah. So thanks everyone for joining us. It's been such a good show. Next week we got Hangry Animals on. I don't know if you know anything about those guys, but he's from Cardiff, so he's a fella local to me, which is really cool. But yeah, did you want to wrap up with anything, Miguel? Is there anything you want to say?
Just thank you to Acid for coming to the show again and showing his artwork. I always enjoy looking at his stuff, and hopefully he comes back again with more stuff to look at, because I just get inspired every time that I see your artwork, man. Like, I love it.
Thanks, man. I'm going to be in touch with you. I'm psyched about your move to Ape, because I'm holding a few Rebel Ants too, and I've been collect. I've kind of bought into a couple collections on Ape just on art alone.
Yeah.
One of them I will give a shout out because it's Metagang. The
Oh yeah,
artist.
yeah.
So he's the artist behind it, and I think it's just called POW. But the cool thing was I was just scrolling, and the pre-reveal is like he's got a tadpole and a translucent thing with a goofy little face, and it was just, and they're gonna emerge into these frogs, and I'm just like, I just have to have 3 of those, and that's on Ape. And Ghost Machine is on Ape. So as a guy who immediately buys on artwork alone, I'm really psyched about the stuff I'm seeing on Ape, and maybe I'll pick your brain and see if there's room for like one of one artwork on Ape. I don't really know.
Yeah. I mean, Ape is definitely growing a lot.
Yeah.
They definitely are learning a lot too, and they're doing a lot of different things for artists and creators. So
Yeah, that's great.
there's a lot of good stuff coming from Ape. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to being part of that.
Pretty psyched. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thanks again, and thanks everyone for tuning in. And we will be here. Hello, Wick. Wick's just said, hey, FCW fam. Thanks to all the guys who joined. Yeah, we'll be same time next week. So have a good, well, I suppose it's evening for you, is it, Miguel? No, it's bedtime for me. But
7:30 p.m. right now.
7:30, man. The party's just getting started here in EST.
I haven't even started drinking yet.
Yeah. Well, Coors Light is. I'm just staying hydrated.
So yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, guys, and thanks everyone who joined. And we shall see you again next week.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Dude.